राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम ओम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम श्री राम जय राम Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai
Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram 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 Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram. Hari Om to everybody. All are ready? All are ready?
Ready, Swami.
So first of all, we would like to make it very clear that our concentration should be on the theme of the sloga and how to make it a reality in our life. Because we want to ensure that it doesn't slip into an academic exercise. That means intellectually we may be able to understand, we may be able to memorize, and the sloga is instrumental in touching and kindling so many things to us, but what is more important is the theme to go inside and to make it a part of our life. We are grateful to the Lord for having given us this wonderful opportunity of selecting 8 slogas, 4 from number 2, 3 from number 9, and 1 from 11. When we start writing it, we understand there should be a purpose behind selecting this. We don't know. Each one can derive. First we will go through the sloga. Yes, I saw that. I will also show like this, okay. Though we told everybody to write, it was writing was a big problem. But still, it had its own effect. So the first one is chapter number 2, sloka number 47. Everybody can repeat the sloka. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalahe durbuhu ma te sangostu akarmani karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phalahe durbhur ma te sangostu akarmani. In meaning in English, your right is to work only, but never to the fruits thereof. May you not be motivated by the fruits of action, nor let your attachment be towards inaction. We'll come back again later. Sloka number 48. Yogastha kuru karmani sankam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyau samo bhutva samatvam yogamuchyate. Yogastha kuru karmani sankam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya siddhyau samo bhutva samatvam yogamuchyate. Being steadfast in yoga, O Arjuna, perform actions abandoning attachment, remaining unconcerned as regards success and failure. Siddhya asiddhyau. This evenness of mind is known as yoga. Perform actions abandoning attachment, remaining unconcerned as regards success or failure. This evenness of mind is known as yoga. Shloka number 49. Durena hyevaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya. Sorry.
They can mute and do something. Hari Om, you kindly mute and do all of you, otherwise it will be difficult for others. Yes,
you can mute and then repeat. Yeah. Durena hyevaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya buddhau sharanamanvicha kripana balahetavaha. Durena hyevaram karma buddhi yoga dhananjaya buddhau sharanamanvicha kripana balahetavaha. Work with the desire is verily far inferior to that performed with the mind established in Buddhi Yoga. O Dhananjaya, seek refuge in this Buddhi, this evenness of mind. Wretched are they who act for selfish results. Work with the desire is verily far inferior to that performed with the mind established in Buddhi Yoga. O Dhananjaya, seek refuge in this Buddhi, evenness of mind, that is called Buddhi Yoga. Wretched are they who act for selfish results. Slogan number 50. Buddhi yukto jahadiha Uphe sukrita dushkrite Tasmad yogaya yujyasya Yoga karma sukaushalam. Buddhi yukto jahadiha Uphe sukrita dushkrite Tasmad yogaya yujyasya Yoga karma sukaushalam. Endued with this evenness of buddhi, one frees oneself in this very life, alike from virtue and vice. Devote yourself, therefore, to this yoga. Yoga is efficiency in action. Endued with this evenness of buddhi, the last sloka, evenness of mind. One frees oneself in this very life, free from virtue and the vice, and devote yourself therefore to this yoga. Yoga is efficiency in action. Chapter number 9, sloka number 26. Patram pushpam phalam thoyam Yo me bhakriya prayachati Tadaham bhakti upahritam Ashnami prayatatmanaha Patram pushpam phalam thoyam Yo me bhakriya prayachati Tadaham bhakti upahritam Ashnami prayatatmanaha. Whoever with the devotion offers me a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, that I accept the devout gift of, as a devout gift of the pure-minded. Whatever with the devotion offers me, whoever with the devotion offers me a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, that I accept the devout gift of the pure-minded. 27. Yat karoshi yadashnasi yajjuhoshi dadasi yad yat tapasyasi kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Yat karoshi yadashnasi yajjuhoshi dadasi yad yat tapasyasya kaunteya tat kurushva madarpanam. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer, whatever you give away, whatever austerities you perform, O son of Kunti, do that as an offering unto me. Whatever you do, whatever you act, whatever you offer in sacrifice, whatever you give away, whatever austerity you practice, O son of Kunti, do that as an offering unto me. 28. Shubha Shubha Phalairevam Mokshase Karma Bandhanaihi Sannyasa Yoga Yukratma विमुक्तो मामुपैष्यसि शुभाशुभबलैरेवं मोक्षसे कर्मबन्धनैः संन्यासयोगयुक्तात्मा विमुक्तो मामुपैष्यसि. This, thus freed from the bondage of action, bearing good and evil results, with the heart steadfast in the yoga of renunciation, and liberated, you shall come to me. Thus freed from the bondage of action. Bearing good and evil results, with the heart steadfast in the yoga of renunciation and liberated, you shall come unto me. And 55, last one. Mat karmagrid, mat paramo bhaktaha, sangavarjitaha, nirvaira sarvabhudeshu, yaha sa mamedi pandava. Mat karmagrid, mat paramo bhakta, sangavarjitaha, nirvaira sarvabhudeshu, mamedi pandava. Yasa mamedi pandava. One who works for me alone, one who works for me alone and has me as his or her goal, is devoted to me, is free from sensory attachment and bears no enmity. Nirvaira sarvabhudeshu. No enmity towards any being. He attains to me, O Pandava. One who does work for me alone and has me as his or her goal, is devoted to me, is free from sensory attachment and bears no enmity towards any being, he or she attains to me, O Pandava. So this is how yesterday he prompted us to go through it intensely on these 8 slokas. Now, we have understood we have learnt it to a very great extent, the slokas. Meaning, we have fairly a good knowledge about that meaning. Now, how does it relate to my daily life? Somebody can say it in their own words. For example, the first one, karmanyeva adhikaraste. Because
you must do work without expecting any results. But it's not mean that you should never remain inactive.
I couldn't hear.
We should not remain inactive.
We should not remain inactive, and at the same time,
You should not expect any results while doing the work.
Do not expect any results for doing any work.
is it possible? That is the meaning. How do I make it in my life,
When you write the exams, but you don't know the results, you try your maximum level and write it. But what will be the result if you do like that in exams?
We do our best, leave the rest to God.
We do our best. We should train our mind. Normally, we all aim at the fruits of action. Whatever said and done, even if we repeat 100 times this sloka, whatever we do, we aim at the fruits of action. So, the only way to implement this is to rationally approach and then come to a conclusion. When he said, not to the fruits thereof, your right, adhikaram, your right is to work only. This will become a reality only when we understand that God has provided everything. Right from the raw material, right from the tools, right from the field, everything has been provided by Him only. That means if we try to trace the origin of everything with which we work, including the field, but out of His magnanimity, He gives us an opportunity to work. Any work.
Swamiji,
Yes.
ஒரு கர்மம் செய்யும் போதும் அதோட பலன் வந்து இமீடியட்டாக நம்மளுக்கு அந்த தாட்டு அது வந்துடும். ஆனால் அது வராமல் இருக்கணும்னா இது அடிக்கடி இந்த ஸ்லோகத்தை நம்ம வந்து ஞாபகப்படுத்திக்கலாம்.
ஆமாம், அந்த ஸ்லோகத்தை ஞாபகப்படுத்துகிற மட்டுமில்லை, எல்லாமே இறைவன் தான் தந்திருக்கானுங்கிற அந்த நிஜத்தை நம்ம புரியறதுக்கு ட்ரை பண்ணிக்கிட்டே இருக்கணும். இப்போ நம்ம ஆஃபீஸில் நல்லா ஒர்க் பண்ணோம், நம்ம ஒர்க் பண்ணுறது நமக்கு ப்ரமோஷன் கிடைக்கிறதுக்கு இல்லைடா அப்ரிசியேஷன் கிடைக்கிறதுக்கு இல்லைடா அந்த மாதிரி என்னாவது இருக்குது மனசில். அப்போ நம்ம என்ன யோஜனை பண்ணணும்னு சொன்னால், நான் பண்ணலையே இந்த ஆஃபீஸு, பகவான் ஒருத்தரோட மனசில் கொடுத்தாரு இந்த நிர்வாகம் வரணும்னு, எனக்கு அங்கே வேலை எடுக்கிறதுக்கு ஒரு வாய்ப்பை கொடுத்தாரு, எனக்கு அதுக்குள்ள தகுதியை கொடுத்தாரு, அப்புறம் எனக்கு அதுக்கு ஒரு ஃபீல்டை கொடுத்தாரு. இதெல்லாம் சொல்லி நடக்க வேண்டாம், மனசுக்குள்ளே இருந்தவர். ஸோ வி கீப் ஆன் dwelling on the reality that everything has been provided by Him. Then only I will realize my right is only to work. This is a very serious subject. Because none of us right from our childhood have been trained to think in terms of only work. We always see the target, we always see the fruits of action. Later on, we will also come to know that all our actions will not yield the fruit that we have named or labeled. We plant with all, we go to a nursery, we try to buy a couple of fruit plants, we bring it here, and with all shraddha we dig a pit, remove the subsoil, fill it with surface soil, add a little bit of manure, and then plant this, remove the plastic cover and plant the sapling there, and give the necessary shade, mulch it, water it, still it can die. We will not get demotivated. The sap, we will be sad because at the time of planting, we have this hope. This will grow, this will bear fruit. Not necessarily for me. But when it dies, I may feel definitely sad, nothing wrong in it. But your right is to only work. He did not say you should not feel sad. Your right, what you assert from it. Karmanyeva adhikaraste. Because it is not in our hands. There are so many factors that will decide the fruit. So I have been given a chance to act. Keep on thinking. By just hearing it, we may not be able to put it in the practice. Keep on thinking. We might be able to implement it to some extent. Because this expectation is the one which gives us, just now said sad, you feel happy or sad because the expectation is there. Some expectation. And we also know from our life, all our expectation will not bear fruit. God has got his own calculation. And he will make it instrumental to come out in his own way. Those who are engaged in agriculture, agriculture or farming or plantation, they will easily understand this. Rest of the people, it is difficult because here we are planting it. We are sowing the seed. Everything will not yield in the same way. So those who are involved in farming or agricultural plantation, they directly know this. My job is to do it perfect. Next stanza, perfectly. In 50th shloka, he says, you do it perfectly, efficiently. Any action that you do it perfectly. But your right is only to work, not to the fruits thereof. Since I don't have any control over the fruits, I will better not do it. No. Immediately we may think like that. That is why the Lord says, Mate Sanko Astva Akarmagani. I should not be attached to the inaction.
If we think that action is also directed by God.
Action is also directed by God. If we think action is also directed.
Action. Apart from everything, the action is also motivated by God.
Basically, you think like that.
Right.
Then all knowledge is not arise.
Yeah.
If you think that
I am doing
action itself directed by God,
then no problem.
only instrument for him is simply doing what is possible for the honest.
Correct. So we have to keep on thinking this. Then not merely thinking while acting, because from morning till night we are engaged in activities. So again and again and again you think we would not have done it with this attitude. We don't want that. We are trying to rationalize ourselves and then involve in actions. Our job is to do. Later on he will say how it should be done. No? We should have the presence of mind. We should have efficiency in action. All these four slokas are knit together. And in the next sloka, he says, Yogastha kuru karmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya asiddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yoga muchyate. This is a very important one. Then only the first karmanya vadhigarate we will be able to understand. Being steadfast in yoga. Yoga means what? Anything that is connected to God is called yoga. Union with God is yoga. So every time we remember the author, the great provider, the great generator, the great facilitator, who is behind everything. So being steadfast in yoga, perform actions. Very difficult. We have been trained only from the individual standpoint. I am working. I may be repeating it. So then now I understand, that's why it's a rational approach. We keep on bringing this. I did not bring anything when I came to this world. You provided everything. You have been providing everything till this moment. So my job is only to work. That you have allotted, you have assigned me. That is why you gave me this life and you gave me this sense of individuality. So lot of manana should take place, then only we will be able to implement. Merely going through the meaning, nobody will be able to do it. And we try now to we try to observe those who are bringing these dimensions in their heart, in their everyday life. Mahatmas, celebrates, noble people who have put this into practice so that, we get encouraged. It is possible. It is not merely a theory to be read out and memorized, but it is practically possible. Along with the learning, going through the meaning of the shloka, we also try to observe those who have implemented this in this very life, and God enabled me to watch or observe. Who is always thinking about this simple, humble way.
Failure is a part of success, Swami. Failure is a part of success, it's not separate.
I couldn't.
Failure is a part of success.
Failure is a part of success. Correct. I won't name it as a failure. One more step, no? Correct. We should keep on thinking this. Then so many things will come out of our own experience. Understand it?
Gratitude. Whenever we do any work, do with gratitude. Neelam was here.
It's a payback to him. If possible. No, there is another method. He has provided everything, that is also there. He is the great provider. That we should get somehow, convinced. I did not bring anything. Whenever the me and mine asserts that it has done this, I am a self-made man, when he says, is there anything like that? If I go back to whatever I have or whatever I possess or whatever I have achieved, I know behind everything that unknown power. Yesterday we were sharing, when we joined the company, how he said the 3 mantras. Unless the field is given and unless the opportunity is given, how do I become a master in that? I cannot create a field. There should be a need, All the creature comforts which we are enjoying. Yes, that is also there. The first sloka, your right is only to work, not to its fruits thereof. All the creature comforts we are enjoying now, none of it has come from us. And we don't know the author. When you take the brush, when you take the spoon, when you take idli, when you take anything, glass, immediately, you remember. We don't know the author. God selected those who discovered, who invented, who innovated so many things, and they quit the scene. We are all enjoying it. So when that being the case, can I say that I want the fruit of action for myself? His fruits of action is reaching out to crores and crores of people. And at the same time, nobody knows.
Many people don't get the chance to work at all. Whoever get the chance to work.
Many people don't get chance to work.
Many.
Are selected.
Yeah.
So that type of mindset also only when there is whatever happens, they
No, that's right. No, we are thinking, suppose we take this mic now. We don't know the person to whom this struck to, that how to amplify the voice. And what all he or a team of people For how many days, weeks, months they struggled. But today I am enjoying, So that means they did not enjoy it for themselves. And we don't know their name. Just like Upanishads, we don't know the author. Whatever we are using, we don't know the author of the same, the first generator. But we are all the beneficiaries. These are all some of the ways by which we develop this gratitude. They did not specify that, they did not specify the beneficiaries. It was just given to everybody. So, viewing from that angle also, we can never think of appropriating the results to oneself. All these creature comforts, I personally don't know. When I use the specs, when I use the dress, when I use the band, I don't know the person, the light. Similarly, from morning till evening, how many items I am using it, and I don't know who has ordered. And even if I know, he is reaching out to many, many, many. So then, that being the reality, how can I say that my action, I should be the recipient or beneficiary of my own actions? This is how rationalizing it. Any method, this method suddenly struck to us. This could be some of the methods. So here, next one is Yogastha Kurugarmani Sangam Tittva, without attachment. Both success and failure, Siddhya, Asiddhyo. Samo Bhutva Samatvam Yoga Muchade. This Samatvam Yoga Muchade, becoming equal in everything, equanimity, This is the cream of spiritual culmination. Only when the surrender becomes complete, when I accept everything and everything as happening only by His will, I will be able to reach that stage. So from small items I try to maintain this equanimity. Probably at heart I may feel a little disturbed, but my persevering attempt, just like what we are doing now, going through it again and again and again and again, I will be always have balanced vision. We can also interpret in a different way. When I am viewing it from a little higher level than the present level, I will be able to view things differently. When I am dealing from the present level, the me and mine level, I may not be able to have this samatvam, this equanimity, a little higher. When something happens, I do not view it from the individual level. I try to raise myself to a little higher. This is all possible. It is not an impossible thing. And we are all doing it. So this capacity to rise above, it is there. And we will be able to tell them, others, don't do like that. Why don't you try this way? You will not be upset. Samatvam Yoga Muchate. There could be many, many interpretations. So when we go through it again and again, so many interpretations will come. And then try to understand it through the experiences God has given, or by making us to observe those who have scaled the heights. So many experiences will come before us, that observed experience. That will give us the confidence, oh, I can do it, I can do it. Otherwise, if we simply repeat the slogan and meaning, we will not be able to. It will lie at the intellectual level. But we are trying to understand it through our observation and our own experience. And then from there we move to third one. Anybody has got anything else on the second one? Samatvam yogam uchyate. Yogastha kurukarmani sangam tyaktva dhananjaya siddhya asiddhyo samo bhutva samatvam yogam uchyate. Being steadfast in yoga, O Arjuna, perform actions abandoning attachment, remaining unconcerned as regards success and failure. This evenness of mind is known as yoga. Anybody would like to say anything? Observation or experience? In one of the narratives of Subrata Bakshi, he had explained his father had a head-to-foot burn injury and he was lying down in Safdarjung Hospital in Delhi. His son Subrata Bakshi came from US, and at that time the condition was very, very, very bad of the Safdarjung Hospital. So when he saw the, what do you call that? Bottle will be saline water, no? Something will be given. Drips. So when he saw that it is nearing the end, and if it is not switched off before that, air is likely to go and there could be a gap, it can mean instant death. So immediately he called the nurse and said to remove it. So the nurse said, you remove it, to Subrata Bakshi. So Subrata Bakshi lost his temper. Whether he expressed or not, we don't know. So after some time the nurse came and changed the bottle, okay. And she said, as soon as she came to change the bottle, the father, who was in the deathbed, suffering from head to foot burn injury, looked at her, have you not gone home yet? There was no complaints, He was more bothered about her going late. He was unconcerned with what she did or what she said. So by reading that, he's teaching us samatvam yogam uchyate. It can also express in the form of quality, care and concern for others overlaps the me and mine factor. That's why he said a little higher than our level. So like this we try to dig out whatever we have been made to observe, so that it becomes a practical hint. This is a sloga meaning, that is the practical meaning of the sloga. Otherwise it will remain as a sloga in our mind. We don't want that. We want Gita to enter into us. So the Durena Hevaram, next one, no? Durena Hevaram Karma Buddhi Yoga Dhananjaya Buddhau Sharanam Anvicha Kripana Parahetavaha. Work with the desire, he compares, work with the desire is verily far inferior to that performed with the mind established in Buddhi Yoga. The previous he says, the even-mindedness. So those who work with the desire is very far inferior to that performed with the mind established in this Buddhi Yoga. This Samatvam Yoga Muchyate. O Dhananjaya, seek refuge in this Buddhi, evenness of mind. Wretched are they who act for selfish results. This also, we know from our experience. We remember many individuals and events where this has become expressive. Just now, this afternoon, we were remembering the cook who came here for the 16th day program of Puja Swamiji, Samadhi. We had no idea of the number of people who come and attend the program and for food. So in the previous day when we requested that particular person to come here, and when he asked what is your expectation, we said we don't have any idea, but definitely 6,000 to 7,000 people will definitely come. But actually it exceeded 10 to 11,000. At 3 o'clock when he came to our room, there was no grumbling, no complaints. Later on we came to know, as the crowd was coming, he used to go and see the stock and silently prepare the additional one. And somehow everybody was given food, as if we have already prepared for the entire crowd. With the least fussing, no murmuring. So when we told him, sorry, what we told you yesterday had exceeded far. So that means you must have had a tough time. He immediately, I was remembering this Samatvam Yoga Muchyate. That will happen in occasions like this. Many people will suddenly decide to come. That doesn't matter. He was able to raise himself from the individual level. If he was in that, he could have said, you did not provide this, you did not say that, I only calculated for this. Nothing. And for the extra strain also, he did not give any sign that he had strained extra. No. He was same. And when we put something more and gave him in a cover, he did not even count. He did not even look at the cover. He just put it in his pocket, that's all. That scene comes before me now. Like that, there are umpteen number of instances where we try to understand this. When you work for others, not for your own, work with the desire is verily far inferior to that performed with the mind established in Buddhi Yoga. So seek refuge in Buddhi, evenness of mind. Wretched are they who act for selfish results. Kripana, that word. Miserly. So we try to understand through such things. When we think in terms of me and mine, we become kripanas. We will immediately say, you told us and we have to work for so and so, again half an hour, 1 hour, always is grumbling, not at all accepting the reality. All these things will come. For any function, nobody can say that, because we don't, in Indian system, we don't know about foreign system. In Indian system, when we invite, we always take into consideration there will be more. We don't grumble or murmur. We don't give a chit, only those who can come. So when we invite them, we don't say, it is not planned. There is a human element involved there. Anybody who comes for the function, he will be received. He will not say, you have not been invited. So many things, That is why he says, work with desire is very far inferior to that performed with the mind established in Buddhi Yoga. O Dhananjaya, seek refuge in this Buddhi, evenness of mind. That is called the Buddhi Yoga. Wretched are they who act for selfish results. This result, it need not necessarily be in the form of money. It can be in the form of recognition. Evenness of mind. That boy who played tennis, you remember? When he won, he was unruffled. So when his mother went and hugged him and congratulated him and asked him, are you not happy? The first word came from him, he also played well. We are remembering it again and again, Why? Here is a case where not only Samatvam Yoga Muchyate, but he was able to raise himself from his present level to a higher level. In a match only one will win. This time I happened to win, that's all. He also played well. Volumes and volumes of values are taught to us by that boy. So anything else strikes to anybody in the third sloka? Any experience you have seen? Observation. Then only we can say Gita, I is entering into us. Otherwise it stays at the intellectual level, theory level. But when
only one observation, Swamiji. One observation. My brother hospital admitted, Swami.
Sherry.
The second time Corona. And doctors are very busy. They are attending to so many patients without taking any rest. So the time is 1 o'clock, 1:30 patients are, so many members are there, so many patients are there. And doctors are very much under the duties, but they are 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 2:30, 3:30. They did not go to lunch, Swami. I asked one doctor, the lunch time is over, and doctor said that no, this attending the patients is very much needed than eating my food and decision, Mataji.
Noble. That means they were able to, quite right.
We have to attend the patients.
Correct.
The time is not important. My lunch is not important.
The same thing. Correct. Yeah, they were able to raise themselves from the present level, from their body level. Like that, we try to remember.
It was happening in the year 2021, Swami. How it was remembered.
Yeah, good. This is how slowly Gita Maya is entering into our life. Many instances will be there. We pause for a moment after reading this sloka, we try to understand it through our experience, through our observation, then so many things will come out. Then that means we are slowly understanding it. Not the verbally, not the intellectual level, but at the experiential level we are understanding it. So 3 shlokas, we went by one. Karmanyeva adhikaraste, yogastha kuru karmani, durena hyavaram karma. These are the 3 shlokas. We today made some effort. We will go to the 4th also, let us see. Buddhiyukto jahadiha ubhe sukrita dushkrite tasmat yogaya yujjasva yoga karmasu kaushala. This was a beautiful shloka. Endued with this evenness of buddhi, did somebody say anything? One frees oneself in this very life. Sukrita dushkrite. One frees oneself in this very life, virtue and vice. Devote yourself therefore to this yoga. What is this yoga? Yoga is efficiency in action. What do we mean by efficiency? We try to understand that. Perfection, excellence, and more than that, overflowing love. We should be perfect, we should excel in everything. At the same time, we should be overflowing with love. Then only we will be able to bring that efficiency. Whole-souled, focused, attentive. Ensuring that perfection is there at every stage. That is what is called love, no? Moment we say that, so many incidents come. What comes foremost is that small little child, the 7-year-old, 8-year-old girl serving the achar for us in a camp. Because the achar is sticky, when you take it from the jar, when you put it won't go immediately, but the girl will do so many times so that it gets detached from the spoon and is served to the person. And she cannot stand and do it. Small girl, she will come and sit before us, place the jar, take it, do like this, and then go to the next one, do like this. We were 30, 40 people, more than 40. So there is perfection, overflowing love, and she will see to it that unless and until the achar is placed on the leaf, she will not move. So the Samatvam Yoga Muchade, one frees oneself in this very life, virtue and vice. Devote yourself therefore to this yoga, and yoga is efficiency in action. Ranganathanandi Swamiji Maharaj used to say there are 2 types of efficiency. When they join together, we can say that efficiency in action. The 2 types he has named and labeled as outer productive efficiency, inner character efficiency. So we are not just doing it for action. Outer productive efficiency should be there. But at the same time, along with it, inner character efficiency. Identifying myself, extending myself to others, That is what character efficiency. When I deal with men and matters, if I extend myself to him or her, not physically, psychologically, the care and concern. The care and concern is supreme in my heart. So that is called character efficiency. Outer productive efficiency, inner character efficiency.
Swamiji, when a mother in the family makes dosas for everybody, one after another, even if the lady is tired or hungry, she's not bothered. She will give those to everybody and then only every dosa comes.
Padmaji, will you please repeat it again?
When a mother makes dosa for the entire family.
Mother makes a dosha for the entire family.
Yeah, she makes it perfectly well for each roasted dosa, and finally only she will sit and eat. The lady will not sit and eat first.
Yes.
She sees to it that it is done with love and
She sees to it is done with love. Each and every person. It's not so many will be there, but still she makes sure that everybody.
Correct. They bring this efficiency, double efficiency in their every action. We remember Damodaran telling us in 40s, 50s, when Damodaran joined, he used to eat 16 or 17 dosas. So one day, Mataji was busy with so many activities. She was also assisting in the cooking. But when Damodaran got up, she went and asked as if, something had gone wrong. What happened to you? Damodaran himself conveyed this to us. And he was in tears. Because on that particular day, he has taken only 8 or 9 doshas. So to Mataji, if he doesn't take 16 doshas, something has gone wrong with his tummy, something has gone wrong with his appetite. So a mother rushes there. As a mother rushes there, she went and asked, what happened? Why are you not eating? So it is not the productive efficiency alone. So we try to say, we extend ourselves to that particular person. Identify ourselves with that person. Their care and concern is dominant in our this thing. This is, good Lord says, yoga karma sukaushalam. So Ranganathanji Maharaj puts it beautifully that outer productive efficiency, inner character efficiency. The perfection or the excellence, it should also embrace the whole thing, not one-sided. We try to understand it through experience and try whenever God gives us opportunity, we remember this and try, then that is how Gita is slowly entering into us. So of the 8 slokas, we have now covered 4. Rest of the 4 we will try to take it up tomorrow. Anyway, this experiment is very, very successful. Personally, I myself feel, though the writing was a little problematic for us because the hand is not behaving well and we have to write it in Malayalam. Malayalam letters we don't write at all nowadays. So we look at the book and then write. So then we were commenting, instead of 8, we should have told only 4. But now we feel he made it possible to write all 8, to go through everything 8, and then again to make it a reality in our life, to get it embedded in our heart, to get it stamped in our thoughts. He made us to dwell upon it again and again and again. Same pattern we will continue tomorrow, and then see whether we should pick up some more slokas. Hari Om. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om. Shri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Om. Hari Om, Hari Om, Hari Om.
Hari Om.
Jai.